P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P-P- a price to pay. California on my license plate. Last year they ain't even like the bay. Damn, but we don't never trip. All I know is gas baked dip. No, we never trip.
It is official. May 7th is Pilo Day in the city of Pinole and all of California. Assemblymember Matt Haney and the mayor of Pinole there to present the local rapper with this honor. They also gave him a key to the city. He is a Filipino-American rapper and producer who's from Pinole, and it was a very special night because May 7th is also his birthday. So happy Pilo Day to you, Gail.
How's it going, guys? I'm here at the Japanese Friendship Garden in San Jose. This park was built in 1965 as a symbol of everlasting friendship between San Jose and Okayama. Its layout is patterned after the world-famous Korakuyan Garden in Okayama. The Bay Area has such a rich history of Asian culture. The truth is both beautiful and ugly. But I believe it's made Asian Americans who they are today. In class, we've learned about success, hardship, oppression, activism, identity, and most importantly, practical applications of enriching our society through inclusion and dismantling discrimination throughout the country. The Bay Area is filled with AAPI tributes such as this park and enclaves. Today, I want to focus on two specifically. First stop, we'll explore Chinatown in SF.
别墅里面唱 K， 水池里面饮龙鱼。我送阿硕茶具，他研磨下笔，直接给我4个字帅。大展宏图，大肆亲手提笔字。大展宏图，搬来放在办公室。哎，大展宏图，关公都点头。有料，鸿运不能总是当头，因为当老。他说要玩就要玩得大，玩得大点。贼船越大，老甩坐得下，养下宠物。得罪小人没关系，得罪君主看不起。世上君子不贪杯，得得罪了道。对，黑灰蓝白道义有道。 逆流才会水涨船高，对，爱财如命的人没有一好多。我说是对兄弟，不是扑死。细老安之。
This was my first time visiting Chinatown in SF, and it was amazing to see it come alive, as well as learn some interesting history while I was there. What stood out to me the most while exploring was the names of the banks were written in Chinese characters, known as Hanzi. While I was driving there, I noticed a sign that read Chinese Railroad Workers History Center. So I made my way over there where the posters told a story. In 1862, Congress passed the Pacific Railroad Act, undertaking the mission to build the Transcontinental Railroad, which would reach from Omaha, Nebraska to Sacramento, California, and ultimately lay the foundation for the extraordinary economic prosperity enjoyed by the United States in the years that followed. Being one of the greatest feats in American history, it didn't come without its problems. From 1863 to 1865, the Central Pacific had finished only 118 miles of track. For the next 2 years, it struggled through the high Sierras. But the new workers from China propelled the line 197 miles to the Nevada state line. While it took 4 years to finish 350 miles of track in California, it only took 1 year and a month to streak 450 miles across Nevada. May 10, 1869, the Golden Spike event marked the end of the huge project. Rails now reached across the U.S. from coast to coast. The Transcontinental Railroad was officially completed. At 12:30 p.m., Leland Stanford, president of the Central Pacific Railroad, placed the last spike. It was done. The news of the railroad's finish flashed across the U.S. However, in the most famous photo from the 1869 celebration event, not a single Chinese worker can be seen. The pivotal role of these Chinese men in this enormous American achievement was forgotten. The efforts of more than 12,000 Chinese workers to build the very first transcontinental railroad in America was barely recognized. Instead, they were subjected to discriminatory laws, including the passage of the Chinese Exclusion Act in 1882, which specifically banned Chinese immigrants from becoming citizens, although this did not stop Chinese settlers from actively participating in their communities across the country.
It is an incredible privilege to be here today as we induct the Chinese railroad workers into the Labor Hall of Honor.
45 years ago was the Golden Spike Ceremony, centennial, at Promontory Point. My parents, John and Mary Young, were representing the Chinese Historical Society with Thomas Chin and Phil Choi. They're sitting there, and Secretary of Transportation John Volpe says, "Who but Americans, could have blasted through the mountains? Who but Americans could have laid 10 miles of track in one day? Who but Americans?" And not one word about the Chinese.
And that is why we're here today, to recognize the Chinese railroad workers who didn't just build a railroad, they helped build a nation. It is my privilege today to recognize your ancestors for their historic role in building this great nation and advancing the labor movement in the United States.
Seeing our people recognized by the government is it's wonderful. And I think that for my kids who are, on my side, 7th generation Chinese Americans, and they're 100% Chinese, it for them is a story that they are Americans like everybody else, and that their families contributed to building this country.
After 145 years, the Chinese workers were finally recognized for all their hard work. A truly inspiring story that I'm glad I learned about and was able to share with you guys. Now on to the second enclave, Little Saigon in San Jose.
Do you have a Mount Rushmore of noodle soups, a top 4 of all time?
I do. I would say, I really love the Nu Ro Mian, the beef noodle soup at Dai Ho in the San Gabriel Valley, the pho at Pho Hanoi in San Jose.
Ali was not lying. I think the meat here is the best. Also, if you're ever in Little Saigon, please grab a Vietnamese coffee and a green waffle. You won't regret it. Today, 27% of the Bay Area residents, which is just over 2 million people, identify as Asian American or Pacific Islander, and this number will continue to grow. I want to end the video by highlighting a few Asian Americans born and raised in the Bay Area. First, Sean Wang, born in Fremont and is an award-winning director known for his movie Didi. Second, Ali Wong, born in San Francisco, a successful actress and comedian known for her role in the show Beef. Bruce Lee, born in San Francisco, the face of mixed martial arts and also an actor, he pioneered Asian representation in film. And finally, Norman Mineta, born in San Jose, the first Asian American to hold a cabinet post, and the airport in San Jose is named after him. So what does it mean to be Asian American in the Bay? It's to be a leader, a revolutionary, an activist, a comedian, an athlete, an artist, and triumphant. That's what it means to be Asian American in the Bay.